Today, I am simulating the entire life cycle of a Pokémon team, from cute babies to legendary titans. Meet the squad.
First, the tiny Igglybuff, who grows into the heroic leader, Wigglytuff.
The water-dwelling Dratini, who evolves into the ruler of the skies, Dragonite.
The nature-loving Bulbasaur, who transforms into the jungle titan, Venusaur. The mischievous ghost Gastly, who becomes the nightmare king, Gengar. The small fighter Machop, who turns into the ultimate champion, Machamp.
And the loyal Eevee, who erupts into the fiery Flareon. They start small, but they have to survive a world of monsters. Let the simulation begin. Starting with this tiny unboxed Igglybuff. He immediately started exploring my messy desk. But he keeps trying to chew on the dangerous cables. Next, I introduced a baby Dratini to a fresh bowl of water. Look at him swim. He's a natural-born swimmer. Whoops, he's still a bit clumsy on the slippery metal. Then I placed Bulbasaur into the garden soil. He instantly found a snack. He loves fresh tomatoes. After a big meal, he dug a hole for a dirt nap. Suddenly, my kitchen got spooky with this baby Gastly. He's mischievous and keeps messing with the electronics. But he forgets he's solid and crashed right into a pot.
Whoa, what was that?
Outside, I found a tough little Machop in the gravel. He's already trying to lift heavy rocks to prove his strength. And finally, the cutest of them all, a fluffy Eevee. He has infinite energy and loves chasing his tail. But eventually he gets tired and needs a warm lap. But right now, they are all bored and cramped in these spots. So, I decided to build them custom luxury habitats. For Dratini, I'm building a high-end aquarium with river sand. Bulbasaur gets a humid terrarium filled with live moss. And for Igglybuff, a soft pink stage to perform on. After hours of work, the ultimate Pokémon setup is ready. Igglybuff loves the stage, singing silent songs all night. And when he's tired, he sleeps on this velvet rug. Dratini dives deep, enjoying the extra swimming space. Bulbasaur is a master of camouflage in the ferns. He stays hydrated at his own private waterhole. Gastly haunts his vertical tower, phasing through branches. While Machop turned his tank into a boxing gym. He spends hours stacking rocks to focus his mind. Eevee is destroying every chew toy I give him. Feeding time. Igglybuff gets huge sweet berries. Dratini hunts for fresh salmon like a predator. Bulbasaur crunches on broccoli to stay healthy. Gastly actually eats this nutrient-dense fog. Machop devours steak to build that muscle mass. And Eevee gets a gourmet frosted Pokepuff.
Weeks passed, and they started getting way too big. They were scratching at the glass, desperate to get out.
Indeed. How much longer?
So I packed them up for their first big field trip. We are heading into the great outdoors. I released them into the backyard for the first time. Eevee went crazy in the flower fields. Igglybuff found out that tree roots are bouncy. And Machop tested the ground density with a punch. Even Gastly flew high up into the real trees. But suddenly, the sun was blocked by a massive shadow.
A wild, angry Ursaring appeared in the yard.
The babies were terrified and huddled together. Igglybuff tried to slap him, but it did nothing. Dratini's water gun just tickled the bear's nose. Bulbasaur's vines snapped instantly against the beast. With one swipe, the bear sent them all flying back. The bear wasn't even impressed and walked away bored. The team was beaten, dirty, and totally humiliated.
Stand up! Let's show him!
I brought them inside to recover with warm food. But that loss lit a fire in their eyes. They wanted revenge.
They started training harder than ever before. Dratini swam against the powerful filter current. Gastly pushed his speed limits against a fan. Suddenly, Bulbasaur began to glow with white light. He evolved into Ivysaur, growing a flower bud. Dratini fought off a wild Rattata near the river. And transformed into the mystical Dragonair. Gastly was chased by a bird high in the sky. But he turned the tables, evolving into the scary Haunter. Machop lifted a boulder and became the muscular Machop. With their new forms, they bonded over video games and slept together in a massive cuddle pile.
But outside the window, a nightmare was watching.
I built them a massive outdoor sanctuary to keep them safe.
Life in the sanctuary was perfect for a while. They had freedom, space, and peace. But one night, the lights went out unexpectedly. They were sleeping defenselessly in the open. A poisonous purple fog started creeping in. A wild Gengar and his minions ambushed them. They used hypnosis to put the whole team to sleep, trapping them in a terrible, draining nightmare. The Gengar snatched the helpless Igglybuff. They flew off into the storm, taking our friend. Morning came with cold rain and heavy hearts. Eevee woke up and realized the spot was empty. Panic set in as they realized Igglybuff was gone.
They're gone!
They found a trail of purple slime leading away.
The scent of Gengar? Ivysaur! Let's follow that trail!
The team made a silent pact to save him. Machop ripped open the steel fence with brute force. And they stepped out into the dangerous wild world. They split up to cover more ground and find clues. Dragonair took the dangerous route through the ocean. Haunter searched the skyline of the big city. Machop checked the underground sewer tunnels. And Eevee walked the lonely train tracks alone. Meanwhile, Igglybuff woke up in a cold dungeon. He was a prisoner of the legendary nightmare, Darkrai.
Dragonair was surrounded by a school of piranhas. Then, a massive Gyarados rose from the deep. It bit Dragonair, crushing him with its jaws. But the pain triggered a final evolution, Dragonite. With one Hyper Beam, he blasted the beast away. Ivysaur was ambushed by a wild Vigoroth in the woods. He was getting thrown around like a rag doll.
Gotcha! Ouch! You're finished!
Until the flower bloomed, turning him into Venusaur. He trapped the ape in massive roots, victorious. Haunter was chased by a swarm of sonic bats.
Supersonic!
He
crashed into an alley, cornered and weak. But the shadows embraced him. He became Gengar. He blasted the swarm back with a dark pulse. Eevee was tired, traveling miles on a cargo train. Machop accidentally popped up in a shopping mall.
Where am I?
Suddenly, Dragonite roared, spotting the dark island. The whole team heard the signal from miles away. Dragonite swooped down to pick up little Eevee. The Titans gathered on the cliff, ready for war. They landed on the haunted black sand of the island.
But Gengar seems pleased.
Don't worry, Eevee. I'll protect you.
Venusaur created a bridge to cross the abyss. Machop forced open the massive rusty gates.
Awesome! Eevee!
Inside, they found Igglybuff at the feet of Darkrai. They roared, challenging the Nightmare King to battle. But Darkrai stood up, unleashing godlike power.
An army of shadow ghosts rose from the floor. Machop started brawling, punching ghosts into smoke. Venusaur fired razor leaves like a machine gun. Machop slammed the ground, stunning the horde. He sneaked toward a glowing chest in the corner. Inside, he found a moonstone and a firestone. Igglybuff grabbed the moonstone, triggering a flash. He evolved into the powerful Wigglytuff. He threw the firestone across the room to Eevee. Eevee caught it, erupting into the fiery Flareon. The team stood up, fully evolved and ready for round 2. Wigglytuff slammed Darkrai with a fairy attack. Flareon unleashed a vortex of fire. Dragonite called down meteors from the sky. Gengar and Machop delivered a combo punch.
Dynamic punch!
All attacks hit at once, creating a massive explosion. Darkrai dissolved into smoke, the nightmare finally over. The sun rose, turning the ruins golden and beautiful. The team celebrated with a massive group hug. They looked out at the horizon, stronger than ever. Their journey together has only just begun.
We did it.
The horizon looks boundless.
Let's see what awaits us. Come on, we're almost there. This is gonna be amazing.
To adventure!